Hello and welcome to another update video about Coti. Just want to give you an update because we've been tracking Coti for a while on this channel, and at the moment we can see that we are still trading in this sort of channel here between 50 cents and 70 cents. So we are still in this channel. Can't at the moment really make out a clear uptrend or so. Yes, long term yes, but short term we are clearly in a range, and what makes me concerned a little bit is, we've been making lower highs here, lower highs and lower lows. Came down to a breaking point here where I told you we were going to back up, going to come up again. That's also where I bought some more Coti, and I made the guys aware in the I think the Telegram channel at the time, and we came up. Yesterday I showed you this ascending trend line here. I told you, if we lose that trend line, that would be bearish, not necessarily bearish, but it wouldn't be a good sign. But I wouldn't be concerned yet, because we need to hold this 49 cent level, and so far we are holding that. We can see that we made one more attempt to get down by the sellers, to come down. We didn't even come through really, so the buyer stepped in quickly, which is a good sign. But yeah, it's just a bit concerning that we've been making we're making a lower high here now. In my view, I would still hold this coin anyway, because I am a long-term holder for Coti. I believe in the project long-term, so it's in my hodl portfolio. I don't have any, let's call it, trades open at the moment that I would try to realize profits. I'd be a bit careful here at the moment. Just would want to see a clear signal, because at the moment I personally can't see a clear signal here for a few reasons. We're just moving sideways. I'm not a range market trader or so. I'm actually a trend trader, trend following trader. If I do trading, then I follow trends. If you're not really familiar with different strategies for trading, you can check out my second channel. You can find a link in the description. This is currently building. I haven't done a video for a few days now, but more are to come. But there are obviously, as a trader, you can follow different strategies. There are breakout traders. There are people who follow just range market strategies. This, in my view, is at the moment a range market. We are just moving sideways really, and the ADX, the trend indicator, is confirming that here on the 4-hour chart, just showing us a value below 20, which indicates we are not in a trend at the moment. We are just in a range market, and I can't see a signal at the moment. We are really having a horizontal support here. Yeah, maybe slightly higher now, finding support currently at 51 cents, not at 49.5, even though we came down. So it's pretty much a range down here. But I can't see really a clear signal. I think what would be a really good signal would be to get above that ascending trend line here once more, or at least wait until we see a new pattern building. At the moment, I can't really see a clear pattern building here, that I would really want to follow. The next ascending trend line or so that I see is this one here, up here. And this is again a trend line that many other cryptos are following as well. A very similar pattern here. And if you remember that on this channel I call the breakout of Coti here to the upside, that is pretty much the same level here, where we came in this cup shape handle. We have many cryptos still down here, don't forget that. And IOTA is one of them. It's down here. I've just made a video on it. These are still very early, and we haven't seen that pump to the upside yet. So this is still very early days. I think Phantom has already made that pump to the upside here at the moment. So Phantom is up here somewhere, but still earlier than Coti. Yeah, at the moment, I would just want to wait for a signal before going back in, to be honest. But yeah, I'm just holding at the moment. It's still a good signal. You could, if you went in down here, we've been speaking about Coti when it was 13 cents, or even here we talked about the breakout that's coming, and it came. Then you could adjust your stop loss. A position where I would adjust my stop loss would be below that low here. So it would be somewhere, I wouldn't set it too tight, maybe at 47 cents, just to avoid, if the price drops briefly to a slightly higher level, that I get, shaken out. But as I said, I'm just holding it long term. Not a bad signal here at the moment, not a good signal at the moment, just moving sideways, just consolidating, just trading sideways in a comfortable way. And to be honest, we've already made very impressive moves to the upside. So it's just holding at the moment. Let me just take a final look on the daily here, we can see that we are still though on the that we are still here in the bullish range on the RSI, which is really good. And here on the daily, we can see that the ADX, the white line, is still in an uptrend as well, but coming down as well at the moment because, you know, we are moving sideways. We made a bearish signal here on the 3rd or 4th of October on the MACD. So yeah, it's a bit mixed signals here and just moving sideways. So I would want to wait until I could personally make out a breakout formation. And what we need to be a bit careful about is that this doesn't become something like a descending triangle. You know, I only have 2 touch points really here of the bodies yet, but if that becomes a descending triangle, that could push us down, right? And I did talk about the possibility of it going down in a few videos, but then we still have this ascending trend line here. I told you if we lose this level here, like the 49 cents, we could easily come down to this trend line, which is currently sitting at around 34 cents. And for everybody who got in early, it's probably not a problem. But if we drop below that trend line, I think it would be rather bearish because we haven't dropped below this trend line since the beginning, since the 20th of July, right? So we want to be careful about that. And again, you can set your stop loss, come to your own conclusions and decisions, but that's what I think is going to happen potentially. Could come down really to that trend line. It did happen before many times, you know, and if you lose these key levels of support, then you can come down. There might be an initial level of support here at 40 cents, but then we could drop down further to that ascending trend line. But the longer we can stay in this range market, the better, because then the moving averages are catching up, you know, and this trend line is catching up, and at some point it will drag us up. And again, medium term even, and long term, and maybe even short term, not very short term, but short term, I think we are going to see increasing prices here. But at the moment, as I said, I see the best pattern I can see, or the most exact pattern I can see here is actually a descending triangle, which wouldn't be good. That's a bearish pattern, could push us down, but we just need to wait a little bit because I can't really see any other pattern emerging here. And it's just really a heads up I want to give you here, and we're going to track Coti forward. So let's just be a bit patient. There are just some other cryptos which are currently pumping. So there's the focus at the moment. But Coti's time will come again. Yeah, hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please smash the like button. And if you want to follow me on this crypto journey, then please subscribe. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.